Greetings everyone, welcome back to my channel. So President Joe Biden has been touting the third round of stimulus checks that have been sent out to millions of Americans since March. But the real question is, when can we expect to see further action taken on the fourth round of stimulus payments? In this video, I will be discussing the possible timeline for fourth stimulus checks. The two winners of this week's $75 Amazon gift card giveaway are Rhonda Sanders and Mr. William Collins. Congratulations to both of you. Next Friday, I will be giving away more $75 Amazon gift cards. To enter the giveaway, all you need to do is subscribe to my channel, share and like this video, and leave a comment below. Thank you so much, everyone. During his address to Congress on Wednesday, President Biden stated, "We kept our commitment, Democrats and Republicans, of sending $1,400 rescue checks to 85% of American households. We've already sent more than 160 million checks out the door. It's making a huge difference. You all know it when you go home. And for many people, it's making all the difference in the world." Millions of Americans were definitely grateful for the $1,400 third stimulus checks. Many used a relief check for basic necessities like food, rent, and their mortgage. Greg McBride, a chief financial analyst at Bankrate, said, "More than 40% of households are earning less now than they were prior to this crisis. And while that's the highest among lower income households, higher income households have not been immune from that." Although some financial freedom has opened up in non-essential spending, since January, the number one reason for stimulus spending among all income brackets are monthly bills. Greg McBride also stated, "More than half of the jobs lost last year have been recovered, but there are still nearly 10 million jobs that have disappeared that have not yet come back. There are 18 million Americans still drawing some form of unemployment compensation. More than 6 in 10 Americans believe that the $1,400 check will not last them longer than 3 months, while 34% say the extra funds won't even last them 1 month. It is very clear that another round of stimulus checks needs to be passed very soon. The U.S. economy has definitely not fully recovered yet, so many Americans are still unemployed. Government relief checks are one of the main sources of income for millions of Americans right now. There is significant support for further checks among Democrats in Congress. More than 70 lawmakers believe that there should be further payments for millions of Americans. And earlier this year, House Representative Ilhan Omar of Minnesota and 52 of her Democratic colleagues in the House sent a letter to Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris, urging both of them that recurring monthly payments until the crisis is over is necessary. The letter was just sent 2 months before Biden signed the $1 trillion American Rescue Plan into law. The letter stated, "One more check is not enough. Another one-time round of checks would provide a temporary timeline, but when that money runs out, families will once again struggle to pay for basic necessities."
Eldrin, can you see me?
No, I can.
I want to talk with you about you and your family.
I have the best jobs in the world. I'm a letter carrier and a National Guardsman. But I'm most proud of being a father. My wife and I work full-time, so when COVID forced our daughter's daycare to close, we had to make a choice. Who would stay home and take care of her? My wife's a frontline nurse, so we decided that I'd stay home on daddy duty. That was possible only because I had paid leave. Everyone should have paid leave, my wife included. I told her that, and today I told the Vice President of the United States that too.
It is good to see you again, and I'm looking forward to our conversation. You guys have been giving so much of your lives and yourselves to the service of other people. You were able to stay at home with the kids, right? And while your wife was working?
I knew Crystal was doing the frontline nursing.
Yeah.
So that was like a critical position to have. So I was like, I just think that in our situation, what's best for the group would be for me to be home with the daddy daycare.
But you were also able to do it because you had paid family leave, right?
That was the oil that greased it all. Because if I was going without a paycheck, it would have been completely different.
I mean, I think that your story speaks so much to the importance of paid family leave for family members to be able to take care of their family in a moment of crisis in particular, and not have to worry about whether you'd be able to do that and also pay the rent and put food on the table.
You love your kids, and you never really want them to think that you can't afford something, so you just kind of you'll do it if you can.
We are also investing in what we call, and what I call, human infrastructure. So the human infrastructure is about caregivers and our caregiving economy, and making sure that we have affordable childcare, that we have accessible childcare. And you are a perfect example of why that is necessary, because you were not able to work full-time as a National Guardsman or a postal worker while you were taking care of your children.
I think that's spot on, but I think just the administration as a whole has really dedicated themselves to saying, this is the mission, and let's see it through.
Let's see it through.
I strongly believe that our lawmakers should have passed recurring monthly stimulus payments in the American Rescue Plan. The idea of monthly payments is also supported by 21 Senate Democrats who urged Biden on March 30th to implement recurring checks in his new stimulus package. Those senators wrote, "This crisis is far from over, and families deserve certainty that they can put food on the table and keep a roof over their heads. Families should not have to worry about whether they'll have enough money to pay for essentials in the coming months ahead." The Biden administration has insisted that there is a bipartisan path forward on passing President Joe Biden's new infrastructure plan. However, many Senate Democrats are thinking about another use of the fast-track budget reconciliation process to get the measure passed after the Senate parliamentarians said that the Democrats could use a tool for a second time to move Biden's agenda forward as they did with his first stimulus relief package. This is wonderful news, everyone, because then President Joe Biden would be able to include recurring monthly stimulus payments in his new infrastructure plan and pass it without any Republican support. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer's spokesperson released a statement saying that no decision has been made whether Democrats would try to push the plan through without any GOP backing, but that reconciliation remains an option. Chuck Schumer's spokesperson said, "This confirms the leader's interpretation of the Budget Act and allows Democrats additional tools to improve the lives of Americans if Republican obstruction continues." White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki said at her daily briefing this past Tuesday that it's up to congressional leaders to decide whether to go that route, but that in the meantime, Biden is focused on engaging lawmakers to build support. Reconciliation was created by the Congressional Budget Act of 1974, and it expedites Congress's ability to change laws relating to revenue or taxes and direct spending and debt limits. So everyone, do you think that President Joe Biden should use the budget reconciliation process once again? Please leave your thoughts in the comment section below. I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you. So that is the end of the video for now, everyone. I hope you found this video helpful today. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below, and I'll do my very best to answer any questions that you may have. Please make sure to enter the $75 Amazon gift card giveaway by subscribing to my channel, sharing and liking this video, and leaving a comment below. Thank you, everyone, and have a very, very blessed day.